So as you can see, it's got quite high ceilings. There is a nice kitchen, and over here there's a bedroom. There is a spa over here, actually.
Does smell of piss, doesn't it, darling?
Yes, there do seem to be rather a lot of holes in the walls.
Yeah, those holes they come with the house. That they are. That's what the dwarves call a night hole. And that one is what they call a day hole. So, yeah, they're slightly bigger ones than they usually have. But they are holes that come with the house.
Does that broom attached to some knives come with the house?
Oh, don't worry about that. That's an old trap that shouldn't trigger. So if you stood in the doorway, usually there's basically one of the old owners. They set a trap up. Don't step on that rug. By the way, no, don't step on the rug.
Daddy, I found a chain.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
I'm going to cast now Inevitable Disaster.
You did flood the house with piss.
Don't worry, that's mine later on.
That's the Omega Protocol.
But at the same time, create the wood around our feet.
The house gets a migraine.
All the scum that's in the gutters hits him in the face.
The Night Peddler gets run over by a fucking ant.
Yeah, he does.
Wraps around MZ and whips MZ down into the pit. Only in this world could that disaster be described as inevitable.
The adventure continues now.
Not the worst house viewing I've ever been to.
No.
Be honest.
Do you know what? I'll be honest, I've lived in worse places.
Yeah,
Right.
me too.
Oh my gosh.
Let's buy it. Let's get it. Let's move in.
I don't know, Dangerlings. I don't know why I wrote 4 episodes worth of content for this episode, thinking, we're gonna need it. We're gonna plow through this. I had stuff for various conspirators planned out, not planning on where we would end up with this house-based combat that is still fucking going.
Oh, yeah.
To the point that it's gotten so complicated that I've had to switch to pen and paper, move all the stats over to my notepad, because the internet connection is not fast enough to keep up with all of the weird shit that is happening in this combat. It's a Danger Club classic, everybody. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Danger Club podcast. Oh, my goodness. Has anyone fallen
Into a hole.
Anyone fallen? Yeah, talking of things falling. Anyone fallen down in a little YouTube rabbit hole at any point?
I thought you were talking about real holes.
Really? Do you have some quality hole content?
I thought you were talking about real holes. Do you know what I was looking?
Finally, I've got my whole anecdote. That time I fell out. I was down there. I broke both legs, but I think the guys will love this.
294 episodes have been waiting for this.
Yeah.
So I was walking down Brick Lane after getting a bagel, because you get bagels any time of the night or day down there, or a bagel bake. And it was about 3:30 a.m. I was about 26, something like that, with my mate Sibbo, big up. And we were walking down Brick Lane, and we were just like being really leery and really shouty, because back then I used to drink loads and just be really leery. Okay. And we turned around a corner, and I was like chatting away, and all of a sudden I just went silent. And he just turned around, and there was just this big hole where a bollard used to be. A car had obviously crashed into it, and someone had moved the bollard out the way. So it was just a big hole in the pavement, and there was me just lying flat on the floor like...
What, you'd fallen in the hole?
I'd basically walked, and it was night, so we didn't see it. I stepped into the hole and then just fell flat on my face. Oh. And he just turned around and saw me, and I was just like, oh. He just started laughing. Wow. And then he checked if I was okay, and I was. So, but it was fun. And I think I've still got a picture of my foot in the hole, because we took a picture of it.
Was that the whole truth?
It was the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Ironically as well, because you were holding a bagel which has a hole in it.
Yeah. And I think the bagel was saved as well. I think I held the bagel up as well. Like, the bagel did not fall on the floor.
Well played.
Yeah. I should have led with that. Shouldn't I? That's the story.
I think the story is the shoddy keeping of pavements on Brick Lane. I think that's sort your fucking life out, Brick Lane.
I mean, come on, council.
Come on,
you just fell, didn't you? You just fell as well.
Yeah, I just fell over a minute ago. No biggie.
No holes, you just fell off your chair.
Yeah, I just fell off my chair, but it did a really slow motion, fell back.
You did.
Dan just watched me with his Krispy Kreme tea.
I absolutely could have saved you. Like,
Yeah,
I was
you
close
just
enough
chose
that I
not
could have
to.
just put a hand out and stopped it happening. It was happening so slow, and instead I took a sip of tea and watched you go.
Yeah.
But
Like,
it's
that's-
school rules, isn't it? Like when somebody tip back in the chair and then they go, you just got to watch. Just go like,
Just to see it happen. And there's a cuddly bench behind you as well.
There was a
So
cuddly bench.
There was.
There's a cuddly bench for
You
you to
didn't fall
fall
in
on.
it. You fell on the floor.
No, I can't. Yeah.
It's one of those moments where you just learn, where you realise that if this were Alien,
Yeah.
I would be the guy who shuts the door on you all saying there's no time when there's definitely time.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, oof, with my tea in my hand.
Yeah. So was you going to say a YouTube rabbit hole?
I was going to say YouTube rabbit hole, Colin, but I mean, you know what? I threw it at you, and you had a whole anecdote ready to go. I was not expecting that. It was whole gunshot at the OK Corral. You were
The
fast
whole
on it.
9 yards.
If you want to go down a YouTube rabbit hole, watch all of our episodes on YouTube.
They are all on there.
There you
Some
go.
of them have
Yeah.
not
Segue.
many of them. But
When I went to Lanzarote, right?
Yes.
There was a hole.
Oh my God! It's another hole. How many hole stories do you have, Hubbard?
There was one of those holes. There's on a volcano, and they chuck things down there just to show you how all the steam comes up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they say how hot it gets down there, and you could get really close to the hole.
Yeah.
And I was like, I turned around to my partner and just went, "Shall I chuck my phone in it? Shall I chuck my phone down that hole just to see what happens?"
Wow.
Did you do
You
it?
know, there's intrusive thoughts you get.
Oh, yeah.
No, it'd be fucking dangerous. The whole thing would blow up, wouldn't
Okay.
it? Like, it'd be crazy. But I'm just
so the-
Volcano.
Yeah.
No, not the volcano,
Okay.
but you could chuck it
That
down the
was
hole.
it.
The phone would
a
explode.
massive disaster, environmental dust cloud over like half of Europe. Like, what happened? Oh, some twat threw his phone in the fucking hole, didn't he?
Yeah.
Ah.
You imagine chucking a lithium battery down a,
Not a Nokia 3310 though. That wouldn't break or burn or anything.
Nah,
Probably
that-
that's
wow.
well still in there.
That would actually go through the lava and out the other side of the planet. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Someone would be like,
volcano would
"Oh,
close up."
new phone."
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a good story about how you didn't throw a phone into a volcano.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't as good as the first
Don't
one.
once
I'm not
throw
gonna
a
lie.
hole.
I once had
so tempted,
some of the
though.
best lamb I've ever eaten in my life cooked in a hole.
Well, what is this?
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
this hole?
So
I
in
love this.
northern Cyprus, it was so hot that they just had basically a sort of oven in the ground.
Right.
There was this little hatch they'd opened up, and they just literally just dug a hole, and they cooked lamb in it for about 2 days, and
Yeah.
it came out. My God,
It's amazing that.
fell apart like literally, and there was no fires, no heat. It was just literally the heat of the ground baking it. It's great.
It's not exactly the same, but the similar kind of method is used for like tagine, which is the name of the pot in Morocco, isn't it? Like they leave it, lamb, whole pot, ceramic, leave it for a few days.
When I went to New Zealand, right?
Oh my God! You better fucking throw something in this hole.
You go to a beach, right, and you dig
Is
a
there a
hole.
hole? Is there a hole in the beach?
You dig a hole in the beach and let the water come in, and the water heats up around you. That's
Okay.
amazing, right? Can't remember.
It's like a little mini spa.
Maybe Whitianga, I think it is Whitianga. And you dig a hole and you lay in the water, and the water heats up around you because of the springs underneath. It just like heats
That's
up.
cool.
It's amazing, yeah.
Wow.
So there you go. There's my holes.
That's Colin in his holes.
We've had
everybody.
all of Colin's holes today. Yeah.
I'll try and think of some more as we go along.
Oh,
See if I've got any more holes for you.
we've had every one of Colin. No, there's no outro. It's
No, there's
an absolute filth. Colin in his holes, everybody. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's well. there is-
Holy Colin.
Speaking of snug little holes, there's one in the bottom of this house. There's actually a lot of holes in this house now.
And
It's
my
been
axe.
beaten to fuck, and your axe
yeah.
has just disappeared down
MZ's
one of
in
them.
a hole.
Sadly,
And
MZ
my bungalow.
not for the first time in his life and unlife, MZ is in the hole thanks to Folton.
MC's not aware of any of it, though, is he? He's just sort of. Surely it can't be sort of in relation to the axe, because his world would just be shaken up every time that Fulton had a fight. So he's probably just sat on his porch being like, "Ooh, I wonder what's happening outside," and it's just chained chaos and
He's got a very long beard now.
Has he?
Yeah, he's really like.
Fuck, it sounds fucking awful. I'm gonna be honest, because some of these details came out the last time we talked about MZ. I was like, "Is this purgatory? Is this?" He's literally just sat there on his own in a little sort of like shack in what, a sort of weird blue endless plain.
Sounded like a really nice idea, didn't
Yeah.
it? But actually, it's hell.
I always
Actually-
think of it as like a little kind of suburban neighborhood, like one of these kind of just like the sort of thing you see in Florida or something. Lots of identical plots with little houses of dead people living in
sounded
different
like
weapons.
It did sound like a good idea until you said a couple of episodes ago, like, "Oh yeah, but time goes slower in there." I was like, "Oh no!" So literally, a day for us is a lifetime for him. So
Yeah, basically.
he's been in there for
thousands of years.
lifetimes. Oh
Yeah.
God.
It sounds like a hit HBO show. I won't lie.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would-
So
Me and
the
my
beginning
axe.
of the Fallout series.
Yeah.
Just you're in a little suburban thing, just chilling.
Except the whole point of that is that bit definitely ends really
Yeah,
quickly.
yeah.
That's the premise
Yeah.
of every
Yeah.
Fallout game is that. Whereas in this case, it just goes on
Yeah.
for fucking ever.
Yeah.
It's just
He's
that
enjoying it.
beginning section, just without the explosion of the nuclear bomb.
Living at number 13 Liminal Drive.
It comes in waves. Like sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's really bad.
Oh, it's just like life then.
I thought you were going to drop in another hole. I'm sorry. I thought it's going to be like,
Every few thousand years it's a bit boring, but then it gets better again.
he digs himself a hole, sits in it, fills up with water, warms up.
Start seeing other
The
people
years just
moving into
roll
different
off.
houses,
Yeah.
spying on them, going, what
Yeah, if everyone else had a normal lifespan,
Yeah.
you were just cursed to be the eternal old dude at the end of the street. It's like, why?
I also like that.
You're seeing the negative. I think he's having a good time. I think he's like enjoying it. He's wise now. He's
Is he
read
wise?
all
What's
the
he-
books
what's he
about the
reading?
nether region.
the regions.
Which there is one book, but it's
Okay.
very long.
Yeah.
And it always
Took him thousands of years to read it.
it's like one of those books that always just like there's more to be read. It's like that Bjork video where it just keeps.
I
Yeah.
quite like the idea that there is a library in there, but it's all axe themed.
Yeah.
How to axe a mockingbird, war and axe.
Yeah,
War
yeah,
and axe.
yeah.
Axe isn't the war.
No, war and axe. There's only one deodorant.
Amazing.
Jurassic Axe.
Yeah.
The
The Shawshank. No, the
I quite like-
Shawshank Redemption.
I quite like the layers that kind of whenever the Folton has the power to disrupt MZ's house whenever he shakes his axe or drops it around, and now has the power to disrupt all of your house by making the house itself shake.
Yeah.
Folton is just ruining all of your living conditions, whether living or dead. So MZ's in the axe digging a hole. There's shakes and he just falls face down in it. Saves his bagel. And then the New Zealand seawater floods in.
Yeah. And he drowns.
Wakes up.
But he can't die.
yeah.
Oh my god!
But he still feels it.
That's the next.
Your next door neighbour now has an axe with you inside that dimension. He's gone too deep.
Yeah.
He's gone 3 axes deep.
Yeah.
So, fight's going pretty well so far. You've
Yeah, it's alright.
you've not got any of them down yet. Angela Hamsbury is looking rough, but thank you, changelings. Horrifica and Menasor. Horrifica's still looking pretty good. Menasor was looking pretty good until they burst through the back of the house and impaled themselves on a chain while trying to kill Velda. Things are going badly for Menasor.
I think the next thing for Horrifica and Menasor is when they combine and become Predacons. That's the next
See,
thing.
I swear to you, it's a
now
transformer.
Now it's in there.
Yeah.
It does feel like the transformer.
It's who would have thought that just picking a random name out of my head might accidentally hit on a transformer? Who'd have thought that?
Who'd have thought that? I know.
I know. Of all the things floating around in there,
You think it would be like a famous stockbroker or, sort
Those
of
are the normal
hedge fund
names
manager
that-
or something like that. Yeah, they're the names that normally go, a transformer.
Name one famous stockbroker, James.
We got
Sunak.
Warren Buffett.
Is he a stockbroker?
Yes, he is.
Oh,
Yes.
I thought he. Fuck you! No. I was looking forward to you being able to name one because I can't.
Unfortunately,
I
a hedge
thought
fund
Warren
manager.
Buffett
No, well, he's stocks and lifestyle. That way.
Is it?
Yeah, it's all stocks and stuff.
The guy from
unfortunately, a hedge fund manager, of course, Rishi Sunak, who we're talking about beforehand.
The-
He was a hedge fund manager.
We're not sure if he's Prime Minister at the moment.
No.
Where this
I'm
episode
not-
goes out? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
shit.
when this episode goes out.
Yeah,
we
maybe
don't know.
exciting times here in the UK. Maybe we'll finally.
If Rishi Sunak is still Prime Minister, then this will be a very
something
different
has
conversation.
really gone. Something's really changed in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
You know, our proud tradition of predicting things that will happen in politics in the future. We've done very well on that so far on this show.
I wonder if we have made any predictions that have come true. Like, did we have opinions on Brexit? and
We've
stuff
made
like that?
we've made a number of predictions that have not come true, and no, we weren't recording when Brexit happened.
Really?
We started in 2018.
God, was it that long
shit
ago?
show, that fire had already started.
Oh God.
And let's see if we can burn down some other things as
Yeah.
we dive into
Yes.
the third episode of this horrible combat. Okay,
Is it Scott's go?
it's Folton's go, and then it's Scott's go.
How is it not Scott's go? I swear, because you did say in the last episode, I was like,
It felt like,
one go.
Because last episode we skipped Folton's go,
Yeah.
and then we came back to it later, so it felt like it happened sooner. But Fulton only got one go as well, I think.
Yeah.
Felt like it happened Sunak.
What we doing?
Sorry.
Get back in your
Get in a hole, yeah, go on, fuck
I like my holes.
Okie dokie, so I ain't got my
That's
axe.
got to be a tagline.
Yeah.
You ain't got that axe.
I pull out my warhammer.
You pull out your warhammer.
Can you do it with a bit more aplomb?
Nah, I pull it out. I'm like, I pull it out. It's like that secondary weapon that you don't really want to use, but you're like, oh, fucking fine.
Well, it literally is that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
It's not like that.
And the thing is, the fact that
literally is
Folton
that.
chooses a warhammer to carry around with him as a secondary weapon, he's not even that fussed about it. Like, oh, I've got to get this thing out. Weighs a ton.
So the two of them are at the back of the house outside.
Yep.
One of them is raised up out of the hole, still
In front of
alive,
you,
yeah.
in front of me. And the other one
It's somewhere outside.
The other one is
to the
kind
front
of,
porch.
No, the
Yeah.
other one is to the north, kind of to your left, out the side of the house. Actually, he's probably a little way back because the house moved past him. But
What do I command? Is the door open to James?
yes, yeah. If you look over your shoulder, James is kind of right behind you, and you can see. Actually,
Who's James?
Does
You can see Velda right behind you. You're kind of almost back to back in the
Yeah.
doorway, and then behind him you can see another one of them that is impaled in the window.
is James's go
Yeah.
before the house's go?
No.
Because I was just going to shout to you to leave the room, and I was going to board up the windows and fill it with piss.
It's got a massive hole in the wall.
I know, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Board up the light.
But by the time, like, it would take more than 6 seconds to unpiss itself. So for 6 seconds, that guy would be in piss room.
Just flood the whole house with piss. Come on, like we did it before. It's time for piss party. The piss party protocol.
Also, if they've
The
got
one
any
that
open
no one ever
wounds,
wants.
we could give them, they would sting, they'd probably get infections.
Yeah, it would rust. Like, because pee can't be good for rust.
Is this the bit like in Helldivers when it's all gone wrong?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
nuke the map.
Yeah.
It's just piss everything.
Okay, I'm going to say...
Just run back over the guys that are outside.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Unless you've got anything way better than that.
No, I'm trying to think of inventive ways to do shit with the house, but it all takes ages, so I'm like...
Just back it up.
Yeah.
God damn you, house. Do you think it'd be quicker to
Yeah.
do things animated living house?
Yeah.
You get an animated house that will tend to your every whim, and it's taken you 3 episodes to become disappointed by it.
Yeah. And to also smash it to pieces.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, I order first action to run back over the Night Peddler and
Okay.
the other guy. If he's
Other guy is now
not really-
is now kind of in the house, so probably wouldn't get.
Oh yeah, he's been impaled. Yeah. So yeah, just run back over the Night Peddler.
Okay.
And then the last 2 actions: Furious Focus on the guy stand.
Give me that shit.
Hamsbury.
Remember, you should be reducing your frightened condition each round.
Oh yes. So I'm on 2, I think now.
I think you still have to roll every round anyway against it because it.
What to hit?
No, I think you have to roll to. Let's see, it's an aura. So you have to roll at the end of your round. That's fine. Okay. We'll do it. It's at the end of the round, so
Okay.
we'll do it at the end.
Okay, I'm gonna go for Furious Focus with my Warhammer.
Bam!
32.
32 hit, not a crit.
33. Sorry, if we're using the
Oh, do not
Inspired
get
Courage?
Inspired Courage, yeah.
You got
Yeah. Is that still going?
The Inspire is going.
It's going.
33 makes it a hit, not a crit.
Five and 4, which makes it 11 plus 4 is 15.
Plus 1 to
points.
damage.
16 points of damaginio.
16 points of damage. You slam the hammer into Angela's chest. She crumples backwards but keeps going, looking really messed up. Wounds closing up as you keep opening them up on them. But still fighting, still going.
Hammer time.
It is hammer time. Give me a will save to see what happens with your frightened condition.
William save.
Roll some Williams for me.
It's a 31.
It's a 31. That is a pass. Your frightened condition does not increase, so you can decrease it by 1. Good. Caragor to the 1 to the Fang.
Pre-rolled last game.
Pre-rolled last game.
Yeah, I got a 34 with Inspire Courage. That's 35
35
to hit the Angela.
All right, tell me what you hit. Talk me through it. What are you attacking with? What do you
the +1 striking greatsword.
The greatsword. The greatsword you took from the thing. You move up. You attack with the greatsword. 34 critical hit.
I think I was in combat from the last round, so I've been here the entire time.
Cool.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's 22 points of damage.
22 points of damage. You skewer Angela Hansberry with the sword through the side.
That's a great sword, to be honest. I mean, that would be a good secondary weapon. You'd never give that away if you had it. If you ever picked it up.
If I ever got that, I'd never
give it away. Never.
All.
No, I'd keep it.
And Hamsbury crumples. The chains give away, and Hamsbury crumples through the hole and falls down into the pit.
Over MZ.
Cool. Yeah, something about you cracking through all them doors to see us, but now I see you. There we go. I've been waiting for that for an hour.
Well done.
In meta time. Thanks. Well, can we see the one that Velda was fighting?
You can. It's got cover from Velda, but you can see it. Yeah, through the doorway. It's pinned in.
Order it to fill out with piss.
Is that a close by? Is that a nearby? Is it a 1 move action, 2 move action to get there?
With your movement, yeah, you could get to it in 1 move.
I would sacrifice my hunter's edge to get an attack on it, because that would mean I'm only got two attacks, but I'll do that. So swing me a little guy. I'm gonna run. Oh, I'm after you now. Oh, chain here. I'm in chains.
That's been in my head all the way through.
I'm in chains. Except it's not me. It's you. I'm gonna say Horrifica.
But I didn't think anyone would get that reference.
That would be a 24 to hit.
A 24 is a hit.
Oh wow.
Because he's prone.
Oh wow.
And impaled.
He's off. He's off guard, and I mean, it would have been a hit.
14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. Very nice. Okay. Still alive. You run up and you start slashing at the things. Like,
Still don't understand you.
Is this the one that's caught in chains?
Yes.
Yeah.
Should have done a duolingo.
Don't worry, Velda. Stand aside. I've got this one.
All right.
Very strong round. All right, it's time. It's time for the Night Peddler to. It's time for the Night Peddler to have a go. The Night Peddler.
He peddles some nights.
Want to buy a night? The Night Peddler runs and.
Sorry.
Oh,
I forgot the +6. So what did I say? 14. So it's total 20 points of damage. My bad.
Was
20
there
points
plus
damage.
1 on the Inspire?
No +1 damage for Inspire.
21 then, right?
No, there's no
Damage
plus. What? Does Inspire Courage give to damage as well?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Damage.
Then my bad. Then yeah, 27. Whatever I said. No. 21.
21. Yeah.
No
Thanks.
problem. All right. So you run in, you slash the creature, but then you look into its eyes as you do it. Give me a will save.
Me. My
Yes,
bad. Right.
yes.
Cool.
Ended your turn within 30 feet of the creature, so you have to make a will save.
That would be a 31.
31. You manage to steel yourself against it. You don't become frightened.
Is it doing the face of people I love?
Do the face of people we love? Who are you seeing?
It flicks through loads of people, and then because it failed, it's like there's no one left I love, and there's just a brief flicker of Peter the Pecker's face.
Fucking Peter the Pecker must be just running around this house like. It's just chaos happening.
Totally forgot about Peter Pecker.
All right, time for the Night Peddler to do something. Night Peddler is going to. He knows what you're planning. There's a smashing of glass over somewhere in the southern part of the room, and then the door from the other bedroom into the room where Velda and Caragor is bursts open, and the Night Peddler is standing in the doorway, having jumped through the window. It is then going to 1 move to jump through there, 1 to open the door. Shit.
Why don't you use that last action just to say something? Come on.
It uses Mage Hand to knock some fine china off the, off the shelf. Naha!
Nice.
Bollocks. I forgot that he couldn't. There's another one of those. Oh, fling the door open. That would be cool. Shit, that's an action. Nope, that's him done.
When the china hits the floor, does the sound it makes, does it go to pow?
I
guess it wouldn't.
No, that's because that's china in your hands. Yeah, it's china on the floor, yeah.
Love these old school references today.
Yeah.
That is an old school reference. I am impressed, Scott. Impressed.
I am old. Actually,
Do we know who sung Chains?
Yeah.
Alicia Keys.
It's not Alicia Keys.
Solid.
It's quite an old reference. Even I can't think of it actually.
Dangerlings, I'll tell you what the Night Peddler is after we've done this episode, and some of you are going to be really disappointed at me how badly I've played this motherfucker through this fight, because it could have been so much better. But he's still in this. He's still very much in this, still very much alive.
Is he?
And, well, we'll find out. Right, time for Horrifica.
Is that impaled on the floor?
Horrifica is the one outside. Menasor is impaled on the floor. Horrifica is still outside of the house. Horrifica.
Horrifica sounds like a 90s sort of death metal, like Napalm Death. And,
Yeah.
you know, all that sort of stuff. Slayer.
Yeah.
Horrifica. With their new album, The Night Peddler.
For fuck's sake.
Horrifica.
What'd you roll?
Natural fucking 20.
That's a Natalie 20 Burlia.
Who's that
That
on?
didn't work.
Yeah, but that's on the house, isn't
Quite
it?
good actually.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
It's just around the corner.
You critted the house.
Horrifica critically hits the cottage.
Oh, God.
Draw a card.
We're drawing a card. It's a natural 20.
Can you kill a cottage? I think we'll find out.
The tongue pierce. The target must succeed a flat check to cast spells with a verbal component until healed. So the house can no longer cast spells.
Oh man.
Does it cast spells?
No! It's a fucking house!
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
It
fine.
is a spell.
Yeah.
But it does do a boatload of damage, so let's just roll that.
How many boats?
So it's going to be that.
How big a boat? Do we need a bigger boat?
Spot the boat owner in the room. What kind of boat?
Yeah,
what kind of
sounds quite good actually. Yeah.
yeah, what kind of plankage has it got? Yeah, what's the footage?
Is it a frigate?
You got much storage?
What about a sloop?
What's the toilet situation?
A brig,
A dinghy? A yacht?
a galleon.
The cupboards in the cottage around you burst open, and just the cupboard just starts vomiting just plates and cups over itself as it's horrendously wounded. As Horrifica brings his hands together, and a massive chain rises up from a bunch of the chains underneath just pull together and just slam through the middle of the house. The house is impaled. The chain goes all the way up into the attic. The house is now pinned to the ground and can't move.
Pretty metal.
Pretty metal. It's like metal meets Disney, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just
Can't
like
do the fucking
Can't do the
running
moving house
the
thing.
oh no.
Can't do
Right,
the
we had a
thing.
good run.
We had a
Yeah.
good run. Yeah.
Well, the house did, but yeah.
Yeah. It's a pity because I would buy this house, but it's part of a chain.
Oh,
Hey! That's good.
Can't believe none of us have done that game before.
it then.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
That
pretty
was
good,
very
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Bubba, you then look over and the wall near where you are just tears apart as the thing just puts two chains in it and just rips the section of the wall down, from bits of timber and things crumbling down.
Poor
and there's one of them standing by.
I actually feel bad about a cottage. Like, seriously.
Fulton, you could, if you got in the middle of it and held each chain, you could do that bit in Spider-Man. You know,
Yeah.
he's holding
Yeah,
the boat
yeah.
together.
It is the house's go. The house struggles against the impalement, but just shakes. It tries to write an apologetic message on the chalkboard, but the chalk breaks in half and falls down. The chalkboard falls to the ground. The house just starts shuddering, and you hear it creaking as the roof is barely holding up. The house does nothing with its go. Velda, it's your go.
So, what I would like to do, do I have a clear line of sight between who's on the floor?
Menasor
on the floor, and and the Night Peddler. Because I'm sort of stood in front of it. It came through the wall, and then the Night Peddler came through the other door.
Yeah, you can see, but if you're thinking like an electric arc, something like that, absolutely. If you're thinking lightning bolt, like you can't get a line between them because one of them is if we're kind of in the studio, one of them has come through the window directly in front, and one is in the door to the side. So there's kind of without getting outside, you couldn't draw a line.
But they're both in the house, and Menasor is pinned on the floor.
Yes,
is it not?
It is.
So can I use a movement to just move around the side of Menasor so they are in a line?
You could. You would be going... That would be moving very close to Menasor. You are welcome to do that if you wish. You'd have to basically wedge yourself right next to the thing and then kind of lean in, and then you would have a line. You can do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Why not?
So you edge
Does
around.
it have an attack
as it's thrashing around, you kind of edge around next to it.
Doot, doot, doot.
And what do you do?
And then I would like to cast Chromatic Ray.
Chromatic.
It all gets very anime. I look at the Night Peddler knocking the little cup off with the mage hand. I'm like, fair enough. And then I cast Chromatic Ray.
Cast Chromatic Ray. It triggers its reaction. It hits you with an attack of opportunity. 18 on the die. That is going to be a 30.
Oh god, yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah, it might be a crit. Let's just see. We're talking 33. I don't know if that is a crit, actually. Depends if you...
well, I've got an AC of 22, so yeah.
22, so that gets you critical hit. So it... so you take... you take 24 points of damage, and you are now impaled. As you come up next to it, it shoves a chain through your ribs and into the wall next to you, and now you're pinned directly next to this creature. But you can cast a spell.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if causing a crit disrupts spells, but someone I'm sure will tell us. Work out your Chromatic Ray and then.
While
I do
guess.
a little quick Google.
Okie dokie. Right, so I cast a spell attack roll.
Yeah.
Which is quite low anyway, because it's a poor roll on the die. That's 19.
19 is a miss against both of them.
Yeah. Cool.
It does nothing. Oh well, it doesn't matter if the spell gets disrupted because you miss. So you move up next to it. It just you're about to start casting a spell, and it just puts a chain through your ribs and into the wall.
Cool.
And you're now just stuck next to this thing.
Sweet.
Things have gotten considerably worse for Velda. Oh, also you start bleeding. So go ahead and also take 6 points of bleed damage.
Okay.
But you can now make a flat check to see if the bleeding stops. So that's good.
Did it at any point in its attacking of Velda move slightly away from me?
No, it's impaled. It can't move.
Very well.
That's the one thing it very much didn't do. If you imagine, it's kind of stuck in place, but its arms are still free. And these chains have got a long reach. Like, it can hit you from sort of 10 feet away with these chains.
Yeah, okay.
Even though it's stuck in place. What do you get for your flat check, James?
I do it now.
Yes, please.
No.
No,
That's going to be... What was flat check as in...
so you want a 15 on a D20. 50 on a higher on a D20.
Nope.
Okay, you keep on bleeding, baby. Bubba Von Hoops. This house is going down, but what's going down with you?
Yeah, so the wall in front of me is gone.
Yeah, the wall, the side wall of the house just got ripped away, and there's now one of them standing facing you.
And Velda's over by the window.
Velda is kind of... there's enough holes through this house now that you could sort of see Velda in one of the back rooms.
Yeah.
Velda and Karagor are in one of the back rooms fighting the Night Peddler and this creature. You would need... I'm going to say you've got line of sight to the Night Peddler and the creature from where you are, but they have cover because you're sort of looking through the ruins of the house. But
Sure,
if you want to spend a move, you can get into the room so you can have full line of sight. The only person who was in the room with you was Angela Hansbury, who has been killed and dropped through the pit.
Yeah, okay. But if I stay there, I'm going to be in the reach of this lad.
Oh yeah. He's pretty close to getting within reach of you.
All right, let's move out of the way then. I think that would be a good idea. And then, so I couldn't get them both in line of sight, really, could I? I can't do... Like if I cast Electric Arc, I can't do it on both of them.
You could, if you moved... Electric Arc's got a 30-foot range. If you kind of moved back to the middle of the room where Folton is, near the pit, then you could get an Electric Arc on the Night Peddler and the trapped one.
All right, let's do that, actually.
Cool.
Yeah, because I think any sort of damage from now, and then I'll save some higher spells for later. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
All right.
Cool. All right, so I'm in the middle. Inspire Courage is gone, I'm afraid. So basic reflex.
All right, you throw out that Electric Arc. The appropriately, considering he's impaled, it's a 26. It's a no, not 26. 16 for the impaled one. So
that one is a critical.
It's a double damage.
10. Yeah. 10 thingies away.
Night Peddler also a 2 on the die, but much better. 21.
Okay, yeah, that's just a
regular
standard
fail. So
okay,
what are we talking?
cool. It is 21 points of damage. So the impaled gets 42.
42. You blast the impaled one, who just kind of falls forward, and just lolls head forward. Just hangs there smoking.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Well
taking
done.
one out. That's good.
Taking 2 out.
Take one out. And how much was it? Sorry, how much was it?
21.
21 against the Night Peddler. Very good. All right. Now things are starting to turn around. Ba-boom, ba-boom.
That's good.
I want you in my room. Right, which means it is Menasor's go. Menasor, who was just killed, hangs there, and then its eyes burst into flame again as you see some of its wounds closing up.
Wombs.
Its womb closes up. It's not thinking about raising a family around. It's very much like not in this economy. The eyes burn with an infernal light again, and it raises its head back up as you realise that this thing is healing through this thing is regenerated back from death.
So it's only Peddler that doesn't regenerate now.
Yes, the Peddler's regeneration was stopped, but these things, there are things that can disable regeneration if you know what they are. But with its go, well, it's still impaled. It's still impaled and it's bleeding, so it might just, let's see if it just, it immediately takes 4 points of damage.
Do I need to take some bleed, by the way?
Yes, because you're bleeding. So yeah, you go ahead and take. You can
You're
take
bleeding.
Give me 4 points. You take 4 points of damage and give me a flat check.
Great.
It's going to
16.
16. You stop bleeding.
Nice.
It's going to try and get free on an athletics. It makes it. It gets hold of the. It takes a hold of the spike from its
Finally.
chest. Just rips the chain free.
Wow.
And just basically pulls it straight through its body, leaving a hole that starts to close up, Wolverine style. That's one go. That's one action. Second action, it. Second
Get
action.
automatic regeneration.
Yeah. That's how regeneration works.
That's some bullshit.
You restore hit points unless you take damage by a source that switches off your regeneration and it stops. Then it stares at Velda and it focuses. It looks at Velda with all of its hate and malice. Velda, give me a will save.
Focus.
It's hate. Things are not looking good for Velda.
That is 28.
28, it's a pass. You don't feel frightened by this thing, which means it's not going to get a bonus when it hits you. But it might still hit you. But I don't think it does. No, because that's only a 16.
No.
It slams the chain next to you, just kind of, because you're pinned in place, you just kind of have to move your head to the side and it just smashes a piece of the wall away from next to you. But it doesn't hit you. It's now Angela Hamsbury's go. And Folton, is just you're turning around to kind of go and deal with the next thing. You hear a chunk, chunk from behind as a pair of chains rise up out of the pit. And Angela Hamsbury comes rising up holding MZ in its hands.
Oh, for fuck.
and swings at you with the axe. Natural 20 with MC.
Jeez.
So you get
Okay.
4d12, is it? No, well, it's 2d12.
Is Angela proficient with great axes?
Angela is.
Oh.
Of course she is.
2d12.
Yeah, of course she is. Yeah.
So
2d12.
2d12.
Well, and then if it's a crit.
3d12 because it's a.
Yeah.
No, it's 2. It's 2.
Yeah, my
'cause
Furious
it's not-
Focus only makes it a
because
3.
he's not doing power attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless it's got Furious Focus.
Hey, you know what? It's a slashing weapon. Normal damage. You are knocked prone and are clumsy 2 until healed. So use up some of those actions.
I'll add that to the
And you
dazzled
take.
and frightened. Clumsy.
Yeah, with the frightened,
Yep.
is there any rolls we can do to get rid of that? Or is
It goes down by 1 at the end. Your frightened condition
You have to
reduces
roll.
by 1 each turn, but you also have to roll again at the end of each turn to see if you are still
Did you
frightened.
say clumsy 2 or 1?
Yeah. Clumsy. You are clumsy 2.
Clumsy 2.
And you take 11 plus. You take 18 points of damage. That could have been so much worse.
So is that a flat check down? Sorry, because I haven't been rolling for the frightened.
No, it just goes down by 1 at the end.
Oh, it just goes down by 1.
But
Oh.
did you make a will save? No, you need to make a will save to see if you're still frightened by it.
Okay. That is 25.
25. That makes it. So yes, you can take it down by 1.
Yay.
Folton, give me a will save. Oh no, wait, it's not your go. You're just being attacked. Sorry.
Yeah.
Second attack completely misses you, and actually it wouldn't have gotten to do that anyway because it had to pick up the axe. So that's all for Hams. Fulton, now it's your go.
Okie doke.
Are you currently bleeding? I've lost track. I'm losing track. of
I'm
who's
not bleeding.
Hooray! Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I tell the house.
Okay. It's a.
Can I tell the house to blow itself up?
Oh my god!
We are all in the house.
Yeah, but obviously I'll do it in the next, like, whatever the next round is, after the next round. Or in the next 2 rounds or
A
whatever.
lot of variables.
There's a lot
Like,
of variables.
if we don't-
we're heavily engaged in the house.
If we don't get out,
Well,
someone.
this is I don't know if it can blow itself up.
House, turn the gas on.
I mean, you could sacrifice
You
yourself.
can try and tell the house to do anything. It's a case of whether the house can do that. That's.
You could hold on to these motherfuckers and say, get out, and then sacrifice yourself like a real badass.
In a cloud of piss.
Yeah.
A mushroom cloud of piss. I don't want to set the world on piss. Could you instead get the house to work out what these things are vulnerable to, or something? Do you reckon they're vulnerable to piss, or
Maybe.
fire, cold iron, divine energy? I don't know. I'm not the Caragor's not the susser outer of this kind of stuff.
Do I? Right, so there's 2 things. Either blow it up or fill it with piss.
Of course, the only two options.
This is like the Italian Job 2. Right, got to fill it with piss and blow it up.
Right, so
yeah.
so there's one's just raised it out of the hole,
So one is directly behind you,
and one is fighting Velda in the other room.
yeah,
And then
Careful,
Thingy is still.
and then the other one is kind of to the north,
Yeah,
and is
still-
just hasn't entered the house yet, but is about to.
Because it can't move, so is it going to...
I think it's going to be a moot point fairly soon because the house, I suspect, is nearly dead.
Yeah, I know, so that's why I'm trying to do the last thing before it,
Yeah.
The house goes
With
out
your
in flames of
last
glory.
dying breath, like whatever houses have, explode.
Could be
In
it.
house. In case the 2 enemies in this in a concrete coffin and slowly crush it to death. Those are 2 things I want it to do. That's my 2 actions.
Okay, concrete coffin and crush to death.
Yeah, and then slowly crush it and crush them to death.
Okay.
Couldn't it quickly crush them to death?
Or
no, it's going to be like, come on, Bondville in this.
yeah, do that.
Okay.
Or whatever solid thing it can do. Has it got a fridge?
Jesus fucking Christ. No!
Okay.
You dwarven maniac.
What about
Put
dishwasher?
it in some... Because I'm pretty sure you allowed me to
medieval cottage.
Yeah, so you allowed me to put Velda in a concrete coffin when he was sleeping.
I'm never letting you do fun stuff again.
So I'm going to put these guys in a concrete coffin and then slowly reduce the size until they are crushed inside this coffin.
Bingo, bango.
Trusted.
Perfect.
You can't be trusted with...
And then the last action, I'm just going to hit this motherfucker with a warhammer.
They can regenerate all they like inside concrete.
Yeah.
A natural one.
Piss it is!
Explored.
So
and
you have
pesh.
chosen piss.
Your weapon is lodged into a nearby surface or item. To free it, you must succeed a DC 20 athletics check in order to...
So you've lost your first weapon.
Just leave it. Just leave the hammer in there. Can I borrow your greatsword, Carragher?
Well, I am probably going to lose my axe if I slowly crush this guy to death.
You slam the hammer with such force into the ground that it splinters through the floorboards and won't come out. And all you can see is like the handle sticking out with the words "You are not worthy" written on them.
Ah, damn it! All right, well that's me out. See ya. I'm just gonna go home.
You are home.
Yeah.
A horrible.
That was a hell of a round, but also give me a will save.
Oh yeah, shit. It is going to be. I don't want to set the world on fire. 20.
20. That's a fail. So add 1 to your frightened.
Oh,
condition.
for fuck! Back up to 3 again.
Back up to 3 again. Lovely stuff. Caragor, one fang. So you had just killed this thing, or this thing had just been hit by lightning and died, and you were just about to move away when it's woken up again and started
Mary
attacking.
Sue.
Rita Sue.
So I'll take these guys regenerating.
Quality late night dirty movie.
The Night Peddler isn't regenerating. Did I hear Folton give his command to the house?
I said it out
yes,
loud.
yeah, you heard what Fulton said.
And you wanted to encase Menica and the Night Peddler.
Yeah. No. The guy that's being
not
skewered.
not the guy we're trying to kill.
No, but he doesn't regenerate as long as we get rid of these 2 fuckers.
Exactly, which will let free me up to focus on the Night Peddler, which is what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
thanks. And he's basically in melee with me, right?
In the Night
not
Peddler.
quite. No, otherwise he would have. So you need 1 move action to get to him, but you can easily do that.
Curses. Okay, well, that's 2 actions if I want to swap my old Hunter's Edge over, so I'm going to have to do 2 actions and hope for the best
Okay.
on 1d20 roll, which, as we all know, goes really well for me. Oh, okay. Are you still inspiring courage, baby?
No, it dropped because he
It's
moved
dropped,
in
man.
lightning.
What's the point of you? 34.
So, man, I've got 1 character that might die. I've got another character
Oh,
that
2 characters. We all got 2
buried in a
characters.
fucking coffin.
Some of us had to get through with one shit character, okay? To get through 2
Didn't want to say anything.
Somewhere miles away, Brimbone starts choking on a peanut just to add jeopardy. That's a hit, not crit.
Okay, cool. Pedal this. 20. Oh no. 20 and then 26 points of damage.
26 points of damage. You impale the Night Peddler, and he's like, ah!
Give us your token. 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 The elf's going to piss on you. Give us your token. Give us your token. Give it. Swear to me. Swear to piss.
Incredible. He's still alive, and you moved and you did the thing. So yeah, no.
That's it. It's my go.
Okay. Oh, he gets some hit points back because he's resistant. he's resistant to something there. So lovely.
6 episodes.
It's going to be a lot. I did tell you. This is a hell of a fight.
Yeah. Is he allergic to adamantium?
Adamantiums.
Yeah.
It's Horrifica's go. Horrifica strides into the crumbling remains of the house, chains held aloft, and looks around for possible targets and sees Bubba and Folton. So he's going to move up close enough to make attacks against the two of you. He's going to go for first attack. He's going to go against Folton. Don't worry about it. That's a total miss. Second attack goes against Bubba. And that's also a miss. Just starts walking through, just smashing bits of the house apart, but the two of you just keep ducking out of the way. Doesn't manage to get you through with anything, which takes us to the house's go.
Oh, by the way, I just want to add, just for flavour, I want to say, House, you're gonna die if you don't do this. And then I'll say, in case these people into blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to add, don't know why.
The
Bit of flavour.
Yeah.
Doom flavour.
The house shuddering, like the house is just kind of beams, just a few pillars holding up the roof now. Like one of the walls has come down, the internal walls are collapsed. It's got a hole that you made in the floor.
Crockery everywhere.
Bits of things everywhere. It shudders, and you see bits of cement falling as it seems to be trying to create these tombs around it, but it's so badly wounded as it kind of shakes. There's a clatter, and a mug rolls across the rolls across the floor in front of you, Folton, and it says Folton, and then another mug rolls along next to it and just says, "Be good." And then the house collapses with all of you inside.
Oh God!
Yeah.
I would like reflex saves from everybody, please.
Sure.
Even the...
They are making them as well, don't you worry.
Oh, good.
37.
Be good, and then I get a shit roll. 16.
Yeah, I get 17, which considering
No, technically 17 if it's by courage.
Stuck
It's
on
still
the
going.
By courage.
No, it's not. So it's I beat you again.
That's
We
not
both
on
lose.
attack. That's not on those rolls.
Okay.
30.
Okay. So that is a pass. That was sorry. What did you get, Carol?
37.
A 37. That is a critical success for Caragor. That's a fail for Velda. It is a critical fail for Folton.
Oh God! 1 point off a critical fail.
Let's see what happens to the monsters before they.
Yeah.
Bet your roll fucking high now.
Hey, you never know. Let's go.
Hey! 3. Fuck you.
That's a fail.
That's got to be a critical fail.
Crickle foul.
That's got to be a crickle.
It's got to be a crickle foul.
Crickle foul.
Crickle foul.
Oh, just got off the train at crickle foul.
Come on. I'll fill you full of piss. Come on,
I'm just going to pick up some whelks on the way,
It's
mate.
a crit fail for Horrifica.
Hey!
Menasaur. It's a success for Menasaur.
How? The one that's pinned on the ground.
He's no longer impaled. He pulled the
Pulled it out.
Oh yeah.
Beyond the impaled.
Pulled it out of his hole.
Yeah.
And Angela Hamsbury. Ooh, borderline. We are talking 20. Let's do a pass for Angela Hamsbury. Okay. Collapsing building.
Hey, maybe they're vulnerable to house.
Yeah. I need some boots and cats in it, quick.
Okay. Collapsing building. I am going to say... I'm going to say 6... No. I'm going to say 8d6 damage for the collapsing building.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, now I'm going to lose my fucking warhammer in this rubble. I'm going to be searching for it whilst we're trying to battle these fuckers.
Do you need a weapon, Folton? Oh, look how the turns have tabled.
No, I've still got a great club though.
All right, well, stop complaining then.
I want to see how disappointed you are getting your great club out. I mean, I don't think you've...
That's the third.
The third weapon. If you're that disenchanted taking
Then
it,
it's the
Warhammer.
hatchet. Once I lose that, then it's...
Fulton, I would like you to roll this damage. 8d6, please.
Wow.
Oh my God.
8d6.
Got a couple of d6 here for you if you want them.
Yeah.
One here.
Another one
How
there.
many is that? 8. Hands are all sweaty.
Because it's an exciting podcast, Ross. That's why.
Clammy.
I think it's
Because
your hands. My hands are dry.
Scott has famously dry hands.
Sweet. 10,
Okay.
15, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 plus 5.
It's a really good roll.
It's a really good roll. Let's roll again.
28 plus 5 is 33.
33. Okay.
So I take double.
Fulton takes 66 points of damage.
Or the 66.
Velda takes 33 points of damage.
Yeah.
Bubs takes 16 points of damage because you managed to get away from the worst of it. Caragor comes leaping out of do you want to describe what it looks like then you get out of this house as it's collapsing?
Haha! You won't catch me with fallen crockery, little China girl.
Love that.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
because it's a I'm gonna make I think rolling for it's more fun. Give me a what's better, athletics or acrobatics for you?
For me,
Yeah.
it's probably athletics. It is, in fact, athletics, yes.
Give me an athletics roll as well.
For a total of 25.
25. Peter the Pecker is under your arm as you come leaping out through the wall. Otherwise, I was going to make Peter roll for it. And then 33 points of damage. Right, okay, so he's still alive, but wishes he wasn't. Puts those two back down. The house collapses. Caragor, you pick yourself up as the place has gone eerily silent now. You can see a lot of the people just kind of running off into the desert. The place goes quiet for a moment. Who's still conscious out of the three of you?
I'm still up.
Still up. Yeah, still up.
What bursts up out of the wreckage?
My arse.
Fulton ass first bursts out.
My banjolele.
A banjolele bursts out.
Probably Velda himself, because he's still got fly
Nice.
on it, but he pops out the rubble and just looks sort of hangs there, dangles there, looking very, very haggard.
You kind of fly up out of it.
Just sort of more like, you know, when you sort of push down like a little magnet, it goes bloop, 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 like, and pops up. It's like,
You can see the the wreckage of the house, and you can see that it's just the bodies and things throughout it. You can see the crumpled hands of one of the guards sticking up out of the thing. One of them, presumably Hamsbury, is down in the pit. You can't see any trace of it. You can see some rubble starting to move as you realise that one of them, at least, is definitely still alive in there. However, slumped amongst the wreckage with a wooden beam through his chest and just a tiny sprinkle of concrete on his forehead is the Night Peddler, lying open-mouthed with blood trickling from his chest.
Good.
You have killed the Night Peddler, but you have mere moments before the other one gets free and the others regenerate. We'll drop out of combat very briefly because you've probably got a minute before this thing gets free. Tell me what you want to do now.
Othercast fly.
yeah.
See ya.
Just so I've got it.
I'd like to, go over to the Night Peddler and search him super quick for tokens, whatever. Is it maybe? Oh, he's got a gold stuff, hasn't he?
You find ruffling through the Night Peddler's stuff. He does indeed he has a golden staff, which he was holding, but you also notice that there was a large diamond around his neck, which was on a chain around his neck. He has also got. No, he doesn't have that. That's all you find. So you found it says a massive. Oh, it's an emerald, big emerald that was hanging around his neck, and you'd find his staff as well. What are the other two of you doing?
Can I also make a lore check on what they are?
Yeah, occultism to know what
Cultism,
they are.
yeah, cool,
Or,
right.
or bardic lore.
Yeah, actually. Oh, yeah, bollocks. It's a 19. It's not good enough,
19's
is it?
not going to be enough to know what they are.
Caragor like does a fist pump as the rest of the Danger Club come breaking out of the wreckage, and then like as the Night Peddler's body is exhumed, looks just over his shoulder and sees the slave pen sort of like slewed open. Are the Storykin still there? Because it was like effectively like a minute ago that the thing got opened.
They are kind of mostly getting out. They look like they're most of them are now out of the pen, and they're just trying to run away. Like they're not super fast, but they're doing their best to try and get away.
Okay, Caragor, because they mentioned to him that some of them needed healing. Can he spot the most sickly one?
You can see that there are some that others are trying to help carry. They're kind of limping. They're the ones who are still pretty much just getting out of the pen now.
Then Caragor takes out his one remaining moderate healing potion, and sort of like jogs over quickly and goes, "Here, take this."
Thank you. You give it to him. They drink it down. Eddie the Minotaur is still rolling around and being like, "I love this."
Yeah, he fucking loves it. Yeah.
And he drinks down. The wounded person drinks it, and they immediately feel better, and they pick up to a jog with the others, and they quickly catch up. Most of the prisoners are now starting to get away.
Caragor One Fang. He has lost fight to man. He has lost fight to beast. But sometimes I keep my promises.
Nice. Folton.
Search for my weapon. For MZ's axe.
You start digging.
No, but I'm not leaving.
Caragor.
Yeah, no.
Great
Pat.
Club being like, just let him go. He's dead. Just let him go.
I can't. I've got to give him his goodbye.
I thought we were going to hang around and kill these off, and then.
Well, when I've got the stuff from the Night Peddler, they'll like just go whoop and just fly up.
I mean, we can't kill them off unless you two, the spellcasters, can work out what it is that they're vulnerable to. We can't kill them off.
That's the next step, isn't it? Trying to find out what they are. Just to
I'm happy to get out of range and then have a good old think.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Just want to get out of range first because it can throw chains as
Do you
well.
want to give me a? Do you want to give me a little recall knowledge? A little on.
Let's have a little.
occultism?
Let's have a little occultism check.
Folton,
are we still
Folton, give me an
frightened?
athletics to try and move away things.
Dan?
Reduce your condition by 2. We'll say 2 rounds have passed.
Okay. Do I have to make a will save or?
No, because you can't currently see them, so
Right,
you
okay,
don't have
cool.
to worry
So
about them.
I'm not afraid anymore. So now I'm going to make this check because the reason I asked that is because it affected my skill recall. Oh, for fuck's sake! 18. I'm rolling so badly this game that I've rolled absolute dog shit. I don't think I've rolled above a 5 the
Go on,
entire game.
One more law.
Give us one more law.
Here we go. Forget it.
One more law.
Still don't know how to kill
20. It's 23.
Okay, Folton, you pull aside a load of wreckage, and Angela Hamsbury bursts up out of the wreckage and puts a hand round your throat, holding the axe in one hand.
I thought that was
you have one action left. At this stage, it feels unlikely the house is going to piss itself. Just to roll this one out.
I tell the house.
I mean, I haven't got a weapon in my hand. I guess I can try and strangle her.
Yeah, you could try and strangle her. Give me an athletics check to.
Yeah. You never know.
I think you do.
17.
17. You put your hands around its neck, and both of you are just like Homer and Bart choking each other in the rubble. And as you're both just trying to push Hamsbury down, the rubble next to you explodes, and Horrifica pulls itself up out of the rubble, and the rubble near Menasor starts to quake as that one starts pulling itself up as well, as they keep fucking regenerating. And we'll resolve this next week, because that's where we leave it for tonight.
Do you know Stu Jackson?
No.
Do you not?
Is he friends with Steve Jackson.
No, he doesn't know Steve Jackson. Well, he might know Steve Jackson, but Stu Jackson is the man I want to talk about right now.
Yeah.
He's the Dangerling of the Week.
Oh my God!
Can you believe this? Yeah.
Dangerling of the Week.
All our patrons made this episode happen, but especially Stu Jackson.
Thank you, Stu. If you want to get your name on Dangerling of the Week at the end of the episode, then head on down to our Patreon. www.patreon.com/Danger Club Podcast.